a stump and I slap. I'm having lunch with Italian son, they don't ask the subject. Lord, why you took rabbit from me? He say don't ask me nothing. Too many bodies, too many bundles, not enough. These bugging, I heard they stun you. It's gonna be trouble. We come through and catch you while you cuddle.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Bills going up against the Patriots. So let's get you up to Foxborough as we check in with our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are about an hour's drive southwest of downtown Boston in the area known as Patriot Place, Gillette Stadium, here in Foxborough. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between our visitors and the New England Patriots. They come out with one back and three tight ends. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Rob Gronkowski, he's the cowbell of this offense.
So good that you just can't call him a tight end. You call him a special receiver. Can often line up on the backside of a formation and be the primary target. And no one has more fun in this league than Gronk.
They'll look to throw for it. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Rolls the lone man in the backfield. After the interception, here's Taylor. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now Taylor on first down. Drops it underneath for Rawls. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
First carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And so often we talk about electric playmakers as we look at the offense here. Sammy Watkins, he's an electric playmaker.
Love the word you used. Electric indeed. Dynamic, and this guy makes plays and opens the game up.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They come out here in the eye. They'll look to throw. Going underneath for Lewis. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Give him 3 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Marcel Darius, year in and year out, plays at a Pro Bowl level.
On 3rd and short, in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. It's taken to the 26. On the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. First down, this is Rawls. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And quickly, let's check out the New England defense.
Devin McCourty is one half of twins that can cover just about anyone in the league. A top-notch player who can play corner or safety.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now Taylor to throw. And that's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. Here's Tom Hackett now. Back deep for New England, Julian Edelman. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A good pickup there at 22.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put...
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
After the interception, here's Taylor, and almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. So 2nd and 10 here. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Vincent Valentine with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Third and long, it's Taylor. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Trying to shake off, and it's a fumble, and he finds Danny Amendola. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Bills will move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. Now Jones. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2nd down and 4.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Here we go now. Play 19.
Again, it's Lewis. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run.
Here we go now. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
Detroit! Here we go now.
They'll set up to throw. Sets up the screen to Lewis. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
So 3rd down, just 1 yard to go.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now back to throw. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. No. Check. Patriots. Set.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going underneath for Lewis. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
Here we go now.
throw again. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Now let's go. All right, now lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99, Philly. Here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. There were a couple holes there, partner. Was that zone coverage?
That's exactly what it was, Brandon. When you see man-to-man, that defender runs with the receiver. In this case, they were just taking care of their zone coverages, their responsibilities on the field, and the offense found the open space.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And Amendola with a catch. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Dumps it off to Lewis. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
And here come the Bills. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On first down, it's Taylor. Drops it underneath for Rawls. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
We've got a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here we go. Brand 38.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Taylor now off the bootleg. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Vincent Valentine in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Here we go.
3rd and long, it's Taylor. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
They give it to Rawls. Oh, jumping over. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. They go again with Rawls. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
This is complete to Watkins on the slant. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Following the flag, 1st and 20 now. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll get it up the middle. And room there to work it inside the 25. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Let's go.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
An extra corner on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. From the gun, it's Taylor. Going for it all. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
Back out Nugent now after the field goal as he'll send it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So the Patriots coming out now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Ten yards still left on second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Robert Blanton. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
After the interception, here's Taylor trying to lay one up deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there. And it's second down. Second down following the incompletion.
No, check. Patriot!
They slot Gronkowski outright.
Let's go!
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's go! 1, 9.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On first down, it's Taylor. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On third down, Taylor going deep here for one. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive. Going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
And now out come the Patriots. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 18 yards on the pickup there. And the Bills are going to have a first down.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
Throwing now, Taylor on first down. They set up the screen to Rawls. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So the offense has it first and 10. Now a give. Right side, it's Rawls. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 16 on the pickup, and it'll give the Bills a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
20 yards on the pickup there. And the Bills are going to have it first and goal.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
He'll try to run with Rolls. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Thomas Rolls with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. Now Jones. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. Brought in left side by Snead. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go play action here on first down. Surveying the field. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Shotgun. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them, because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
He's going to look deep for Edelman. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he's brought down after a good gain. It goes as a pickup of 23. And the Bills are going to have a first down. They'll hand to Rawls. Cuts left. There goes Thomas Rawls. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Thomas Rawls with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. Now Jones. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They're going to look to throw. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the safety, Robert Blanton. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. That goes for a gain of 31.
A lot of receivers see the drag route as a risk-reward type of a play. The risk, going into the middle of the field where there's some big people who want to hit you. But the reward is oftentimes you get lost in coverage, running a little bit underneath. And when you catch it just right, as we just saw there, the end result can be a big, big play.
Here we go.
A 10th carry for Thomas Rawls. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Give him 27 yards that time. And it'll give the Bills a first down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Taylor. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Back to the ground on first. Again, it's Rawls. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Thomas Rawls, a dynamo since the break, 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Bills add on. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead will grow by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. Now Jones. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Going deep here for Edelman. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt. While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Robert Blanton. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They stay on the ground. Rolls again. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
The best defensive linemen, They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Ohio! Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Come on, flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Here we go! White 90! White 90!
Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Let's go!
First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Gun!
They come out here in the eye. They'll start things on first down with Dion Lewis. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 30!
They try again with Lewis. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
They run. This is Lewis. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a third down and 8.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. But he's got Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Detroit! Here we go! Watch him now, Barney!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And now here is on the Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Picked off by Ronald Darby. 20, 10, 5, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Second down following the run. They come up in an offset eye. The busy afternoon continues for Rawls. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It's the Pro Bowler J.D. Collins that makes the stop.
But he was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
On third down, here's McCoy. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So out comes the field goal team once more. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position and throwing that pick 6, we'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
He'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this will probably be the last play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this situation. A lot of teams like to take a shot.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13.